of time. Where are they now? All the ghosts from your past, lost in dreams of a time long gone by.
Give us a hand, Royce.
Sure.
Let's get these up to Jo's room and she can use up some of that negative energy dealing with her personal chaos.
Wow, how'd you know about this place?
Louisa described it to me. We'll be safe here.
It's freezing.
We need a fire. That'll keep the wolves away, too.
Wolves? This isn't Russia. We don't have dangerous animals here.
None at all?
Oh, well, wetters. They've got 6 legs and they bite. They live in wood. Nick, they're about this big. They're insects.
Yes, I'll look into it. Primrose? And bring Louisa with you.
Is there something you wish to confide in me, Louisa? You must know what this is about.
No, why would I?
Jo has escaped police custody.
Really, Papa? How exciting.
It appears she had some assistance from a young girl her own age, and from 2 young chaps, one of them bearing a marked resemblance to Nicholas next door, and riding a horse very similar to the one I've seen being trotted in and out of Sir Ivor's stables.
What a remarkable set of coincidences.
With an enormous effort of will and a total abandonment of logic. That is indeed the way I'm viewing it at the moment.
May I go now?
But, Louisa, please understand it must stay that way. As an officer of the government, my position would become somewhat difficult were it to be revealed that members of my household were involved in jailbreaking.
Which is to say, dear?
I want no more of it.
Yes, Papa.
Louisa, do not attempt to deceive me. It was you, wasn't it? You and Nicholas. And another boy?
Tama, yes. He's a friend of Jo's. We couldn't leave Jo in there. She has to get back to her parents.
In the 1990s, or whenever it is.
You believe me then?
Yes. Yes, I think I do. It's the simplest explanation of everything that's been going on. Where's Jo now?
With Nicholas, in a hut up in the hills.
They'll need food and blankets. Come on.
Snow makes it colder, but it is also then easier to follow animal tracks in the woods.
These animals you hunt, aren't you scared you're going to make them extinct?
There are countless animals. Why should they become extinct?
Well, that's just it. In the future, we run out of animals. They die out all the time, every day.
But that's terrible.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
How'd you get away with that lot?
Ma helped.
Your mother? What does she know?
I haven't told her about you being the Tsar yet.
One bombshell at a time, eh?
Nicholas, this is Arnie. I don't think you've met properly.
How do you do?
So, can I get back to the mirror?
Well, the house is being watched. We figure that I should go back through and move the mirror to a place that we agree on. Then the mirror in this time can be lined up to match.
Good thinking.
What about here?
No, it's too hard to find. It's probably not even there now.
Well, the church, is that still there?
Yeah?
It's probably locked, though. They had vandals last year.
Vandals? In the church?
Afraid so. Well, the churchyard then. We could put it next to an old grave or something.
My grandmother's, Matilda Iredale. We visit it sometimes and tidy it up.
Okay. Well, put the mirror on the grave itself with its back to the tombstone.
Gotcha. Now, well, I better get back and start arranging this. We'll do it at 10 tomorrow morning, okay? On the dot.
Thanks so much for rescuing me, guys. I only wish I'd rescued the drum as well.
I'm sorry. In all the fuss, I forgot to tell you. The drum that fell off the train, it didn't have poison in it. They found it and it was full of cooking oil.
Someone switched it.
I suppose so.
Well, that means the real one's...
It's still around here somewhere. Hi.
Where's Jo? Is she okay?
She's fine, but we've got to move the mirror.
But that means she won't be able to get back.
We're moving both mirrors to the same place.
What about my remote control truck then?
I'll make you another one.
You lost it? I'd customised it.
Scratching metal rules onto it, that's customising.
You lost my truck?
I had to leave it in jail when we broke Jo out.
Sorry?
They lost my truck in 1919. Even if I found it, it'd be old.
No. No, the bit about jail? Getting Jo out?
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Tiegan. Jo's hiding in a shack with Nicholas. Oh, he's very mature.
That is not my definition of all right.
Well, Sariva had her arrested and put in jail. Oh, but it's okay, because we smuggled her a key.
With my truck.
And now she's in a shack with Nicholas, who's very mature.
Got it.
May you have a daughter one day, Tama. May she travel back to 1919, be put in jail, and end up sharing a shack with someone who's very mature.
She's coming back. Look, all we have to do is take the mirror to the graveyard.
Right. Well, why not? I mean, it worked for Dracula.
What worked for Dracula?
Staying overnight at Alex's. She's so pale. At school we call her the Bride of Dracula.
Yeah, Drac for short.
Jo's staying at Alex's now.
Uh-huh.
Which is why you're having a meeting in her room.
Well, we're looking for my remote control truck, but it seems to have been lost countless generations ago.
Well, at least I still see you.
And it's good for Jo to be spending so much time with her friends.
I suppose.
Honestly, what's the point of spending good money on these? Trying to raise the tournament place when the staff are simply not...
They're gonna die. It's all Jo's fault.
Nie boj się, ja z tobą. Ja z tobą. Nie placz.
That sounds nice.
A bad dream? I have these too.
It was about Jessie. I'm so worried about them, Nick.
You're a good friend, Jo.
Thanks.
Na ulicy dожди с утра поливает, с утра поливает. Bratzi struka chaye.
Royce, where are you? Ah, there you are. If you've got time to sit around, you've got time to fetch milk for me.
But I'm waiting for Tama. We've got this really important mission to accomplish.
Not when we're moving house, you don't. Milk, please. Now.
What I would dearly like to know, Mr. Fried, is just what is going on around here. It's certainly not like the old days.
Indeed, Mrs. Whitelaw.
After all, I'm held responsible.
For what goes into the pantry?
And what comes out.
Mama said I could. It's for a poor family without even a roof over their
The
heads.
same poor family that you and Mrs. Iredale raided my pantry for last night.
Poor family indeed.
Sucked in, Jade.
Thanks, Royce. Now, can you come and help me get some more boxes?
I can't. I've got to wait for Tama.
If Tama is constantly going to interfere with our packing, I'm going to have to banish him for a few days.
You can't.
Why not?
Because
Come on. Joe's room took more boxes than I expected.
Joe's room. Not the mirror. You didn't pack the...
If you want it to come with us, it has to be packed.
Oh, which box?
Well, I don't know. We'll find out when we unpack at the other end. Come on.
Joe and I very much appreciate the risk you're taking to provide us with this most delicious food, Louisa.
Yeah, thanks. I've been thinking, if the drum on the train was cooking oil, then the drum with your ring in it must still be in Sariva's house somewhere.
I'll find it, but first let's get you safely back to your own time.
Maybe I shouldn't go back.
Joe?
Well, I still haven't done what I came for. My dad's never going to let me come back again.
You must go. Your father will be very worried for you.
I'd better go home and take the mirror to the graveyard. See you there.
Bye, Louisa. You'll soon be home.
I sometimes ask myself why it should be my constant misfortune to work with numbskulls. Perhaps I mistreated one in a former life.
I did what you wanted.
If you had the intellect of the average tabby, you would know that you did not do what I wanted. You did more than I wanted.
I am so smarter than a cat.
A fitting epitaph. We shall have it on your tombstone. You distracted Royce. He arrived home several seconds later than he should have. His mother caught him and temporarily took him out of the game, just when I needed a pawn.
How do you know things like that?
And now, the mirror's been packed away, and Jo may never find her way back.
But isn't that what we want?
Not yet. Oh, don't think, Jade. It isn't your talent. Simply obey.
I was just taking it downstairs to polish it. I have to take it to the churchyard. It's frightfully important.
A piece of furniture in need of spiritual succour?
Jo needs it to get back to her own time. She can't come here, so...
Come along, then. If you're going to get the mirror past the police watch without arousing suspicion, you may need an adult's help.
Oh, Mama, you're unreal. Thomas says in his time that means wonderful.
Unreal. I rather like the sound of that.
We're never going to find the mirror in all of that lot. How come Jo's got so much stuff?
Tiegan's first law of house moving states that belongings multiply in direct proportion to their inconvenience factor. Right, come on, this is no time for subtlety.
You are supposed to be controlling the situation.
We are supposed to be controlling the situation.
And everything you do exacerbates it.
Oh, really?
Now that appalling young girl has escaped, with the assistance of your ward, no less.
Who right now, along with my favourite horse, is nowhere to be found. Don't you think that gives me legitimate cause for concern? Come.
Mr. Frid to see you, Sir Ivor.
What does he want now?
Sir Ivor? Sir Gerald?
What's happened to you?
A small encounter with one of nature's hazards.
Good gracious, man.
I've located your ward and that loathsome girl.
Where's the horse?
You want a straight far. There he is. Oh, someone's tied him up.
Let's get out of here.
There!
Oh no!
Horse!
Get off me!
Release me, damn you!
Let me go!
Hold him! Run, Joe! Run! Put him on the ant's nest. Believe me, he'll tell you everything. Run, Joe!
Now. Come on.
Benny. It's got to be here. We have to get to the churchyard.
Bingo. Come on. Let's go. Go, go. Matilda, what?
Iredale. Matilda Iredale.
You sure it's Matilda? I mean, there's not a name like it.
What's a name like Matilda? It's not a normal name like Tama or something.
It's not shimmering. It means it's not there in the future yet.
You can't get away!
There she is! Come on, Jo!
it! Louisa Iredale!
You said Matilda Iredale.
Oh, the lettering's worn. On the grave, back to the tombstone.
We've got her, Inspector!
We did it!
Yes!
It's shimmering!
Go, Jo, go! They've got Nicholas! We can help him!
Gotcha! Yes! All right!
Would you, gentlemen, kindly stop your intoxicated cavortings all over dear Mamma's grave? The idea of it.
She's in here. She got inside the grave somehow.
Really? Some men drunk at this hour. Come, Louisa. This is not a sight for innocent eyes.
She's around here somewhere.
You're wasting your time, Inspector.
You have defied me once too often, Your Imperial Majesty. Not a title that sits well with the revolutionaries back in your homeland. Well, it seems they are willing to spend a pretty penny in securing your return to Holy Mother Russia in order to express their displeasure to you personally. And since you seem bent on vexing me, I am going to grant their wish. I'm sending you back.
This program was made with the help of your broadcasting fee, so you can see more of New Zealand on air.